Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sydney if you're new here, and this is the Pleasant Street Farmhouse. Today I have a get it all done and I'm really excited about this video. I'm also going to be reviewing the Pro Heat Professional Pet Eliminator Carpet Shampooer from Bissell. So if you're interested in that review, you're going to want to stay tuned. We decided to give our entire house a facelift. We painted the whole house. We painted the shutters, the trim, and even the front door. I love the way the house turned out. I'll make sure in the next video to give you a full house tour so you can see all of the updates that we did. And I'll leave the paint colors in the description below if you're looking for some kind of farmhouse vibe for your house. Let's get on into the review. So, exciting news, we are getting ready to sell our house. And one of the things that we needed to do was really give the carpets a good deep clean. We have routinely had somebody come and professionally clean our carpets, but because we do have so many animals and we are foster parents and we have a toddler, we thought it was a good investment to just go ahead and get a new carpet shampooer. I will say this is not a cheap carpet shampooer. It is around $300, but I think it's totally worth it. When you think about how much you're spending on getting your carpets professionally shampooed every year or however often you do it versus just having one on hand for you to be able to shampoo quick little spots or do the whole house, I think it was a great investment. So I'm unpacking it here. There were very, very thorough instructions that I am very grateful for. And then I'm just showing you a little bit of what was included in the box. It also came with two different types of shampoo that is through Bissell, which I thought was a nice way to start our carpet shampoo journey. The instructions, like I said, had pictures and very good instructions, which I am so thankful for. I'm a very visual person, so when I can see a picture of the image with the description, it makes so much more sense to me. I don't know if anybody else is like that, but I'm grateful that Bissell put these instructions in here the way they did. I should also point out that this video is in no way, shape, or form sponsored by Bissell or Target where I got it from. This is just my unbiased opinion on the product. Let's go ahead and get into setting up the product. Overall, the setup for this shampooer is very simple. The instructions were clear and precise, and it was easy to put together. The only little piece that we had to screw in or do anything like that was this part right here, which is actually the holder for the cord. I had some trouble finding the screw that was placed somewhere on the shampooer and I could not find it. So tip for you, it is on the handle at the top of the shampooer, taped right there. Once I saw it, it was so obvious, but while I was looking for it, I was really struggling to find it. So that little screw holds in the cord holder on the back of the shampooer. You will need a screwdriver, and that's the only tool that you'll need, and that is actually the only part that you really have to put together on the shampooer. It was really, really easy to put together. I also appreciate that the attachments for, spot cleaning or the stairs comes with its own bag. So all of those things can be kept together. I ended up doing a thorough vacuuming before I did the shampooing. I think that's very important to get up as much as possible. Sophia and Sean got home in the middle of this, so I really had to cut it short and just do the hallway and then do the rest of the house later when there wasn't going to be a lot of foot traffic. So when you go to fill up your container, you will notice that there are several different lines on the back of the container. That's because there's 3 different types of cleaning options that you can do. So you want to make sure you find the coordinating line section for what type of job you're going to do. There's a max clean, a deep clean, and a spot clean. I ended up doing the deep clean, so I just followed those coordinating lines, and then I put the liquid into the container. I will say this, these little travel sizes, apparently you can just push them into that yellow cap and it will explode into the water. I couldn't get it to work for the life of me, so I ended up just taking it off and pouring it in manually and it worked fine. I wasted too much time trying to figure that out. This is just a before of my carpet. You can see that there is a lot of wear and tear, a lot of stains from pets, from toddlers, from when mom has too much wine. In all honesty, there are a lot of stains. So I went ahead, like I said, and decided to do the deep clean option. And there's also the express clean, which also there's a little lever on the side that you can put a clean shot, and that's a pre-treatment if you want to have a pre-treatment on there. And then the power button is on the side, and it was so easy. I really enjoyed the easiness, if that's even a word, to push the power button and turn it off. So there's my just preview of that little section of the carpet. You can visibly see the shampooer working. You can see all of the dirt getting sucked up. And I gotta tell you, it was extremely mesmerizing and therapeutic for me to clean this hallway. I don't know what it was about watching all of that dirt and grime get picked up, but it was just awesome. You're gonna see here in just a second what I'm talking about. This thing picked up so much dirt. It's actually rather disgusting. I'm so glad that we invested in this. It's just, you're going to want to watch. I will say this is not a commercial shampooer by any means, which does mean that you will have to continually change the cleaner section as well as empty out the dirty container part. I will also say something that I didn't really like was the fact that I can't get my hand into that container and clean it out thoroughly. That really bugs me because that's where all the dirty solution goes. I would love to have a way to clean that. I'm looking at this, don't mind the hole in the back where my microwave was. We're actually getting ready to put new backsplash up and new countertops. So that's the start of that process. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that video as well. This area is our heavily traveled area. It gets the most foot traffic, so I really kind of took my time and worked that shampooer into the carpet. What I do like about this is it doesn't get soaked. Even after going over this spot multiple times, it wasn't drenched. I remember back in the day, your carpet used to just get soaked and it would take days to dry. This took less than 12 hours to dry, and you will see the difference at the end of the video. The before and after is unreal. So make sure you stay tuned until the end so you can see that. I'll continue to update you guys in later videos as well as to the progress I make on shampooing all of our carpets. There's Sophia watching her tablet. She's getting a lot of screen time lately. So it's definitely dirty, and I have a feeling that I'm gonna need to do a few more rounds on it to actually lift all of that stuff up. Here's where my brain is at, guys. My calendar still says April. So that is on my to-do list today to change. So now that it's on my mind, I'm gonna do that. Then I'm gonna hop into dinner. Tonight we're making black bean sweet potato tacos that are vegan and gluten-free. I am trying to go gluten-free, go more gluten-free than I have before. I've played with it here and there, but I'm definitely, like this week, I've really kind of put my mind to it. So I'm trying to make all these gluten-free recipes, and so far so good. So if you want to see that recipe, hang tight because we're gonna get into that here in just a second. I'm gonna go wash up and then clean up the calendar and then make dinner. So as I said, we are trying some gluten-free recipes. I have Hashimoto's thyroiditis, and something that causes that to flare up is food with gluten in it. So I'm really trying hard to turn my life around and start eating gluten-free options. So these are gluten-free and vegan-friendly tacos, and they were delicious. The entire family gobbled them up. They are so good. And even if you aren't gluten-free or vegan or vegetarian, I would still recommend you try these tacos. They were so easy to make and so, so good. Even the leftovers were delicious. So believe it or not, these are sweet potatoes. They are white sweet potatoes and they are smaller than your regular orange sweet potato. You can use either or. This is what my store had available, so that's what we're going with. If you were using your orange sweet potatoes, you would use 2 of those, but I'm using a handful of the white, smaller sweet potatoes. I'm putting them on a pan lined with parchment paper, drizzling them with olive oil, and then I sprinkled them with salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and a little bit of smoked paprika, and a little touch of cayenne pepper. And then I stuck those in the oven for about 20 minutes. It really just depends on what type of sweet potatoes you're using, as well as how big your chunks are. This is just a glimpse of the carpet, going back to that really quickly to show you what it looks like immediately after doing that. Hopping back over to dinner, because we're multitasking here, I have a pan with 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I put in a couple of cloves of garlic that were minced, and then 1 tablespoon of taco seasoning. You can use your own taco seasoning, but I had this on hand, so I went ahead and used that. I'm just going to stir that up and let it simmer for maybe a minute so it gets really aromatic. And then I'm going to add 2 cans of black beans. These have been rinsed and drained. And then I'm also going to add a 1/2 cup of water. And again, I'm going to season it with a little bit of cayenne pepper and then no salt because the taco seasoning has a lot of salt in it. And then I'm going to cover that and let it simmer for maybe 10 minutes. It really just is until it's warm and cooked through. I'm chopping up some cilantro while that's simmering, and then I'm going to get my other taco ingredients out. We had guacamole, salsa, sour cream, and then I also shredded up some cheese. My sweet potatoes are done, so I'm going to pull those out of the oven, and I'm not going to lie to you, I was snacking on those while the rest of the dinner was being made because they are so good. And then my pups were just hanging out, so I thought you guys liked to see them. So these sweet potatoes were delicious. I would eat those just by themselves. But these are tacos. So for our quote-unquote meat, I am going to kind of grind up a couple of the beans, about 1/2 of the pan of beans. I didn't have a potato masher, which would have made this job a lot easier, so I just used the back of a ladle and really kind of pressed those beans in, and then I stirred it and simmered it for a couple more minutes. And that is literally it. So easy. I'm grinding up the cheese, and then I'm also just kind of warming up some corn tortillas. That's super important to make sure you get corn, gluten-free tortillas. You can't use the white ones, and I really honestly didn't mind. I actually liked it better with the corn than I think I would like with a regular flour tortillas. So once that was all done, we're ready to eat and assemble our tacos. I hope you guys try this recipe. If you do, let me know in the comment section below. It's so good. Like I said, even if you're not vegan or gluten-free or have dietary restrictions, this is a great recipe full of flavor. You don't even miss the meat. Even Sean said that. There's no meat in this? No meat. And it was just a really easy recipe to get together.
Can't turn the tide, let the water go where it wants to go.
So now that dinner's done, I have to clean up this big mess. I just feel like I am constantly cleaning, cooking. It's the same thing every night, but I enjoy it. I also wanted to mention there is a channel on Pandora that if you're looking for some really kind of relaxing, chill music, you'll want to look up Ray LaMontagne Pandora playlist. It's so good. It's really relaxing, and it just is kind of a chill out station. So that's what I'm listening to here while I finish up cleaning the kitchen and putting everything away. And then that is going to be it for my day. I'm going to relax and just enjoy the rest of the evening. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure that you give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Subscribing is free, liking is free, commenting is free, and it supports me and my family, and I'm so grateful for all of your support. If you're new here again, my name is Sydney. This is the Pleasant Street Farmhouse. I'm so happy that you stopped by. And until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Bye.
We could all use a friend.